Alright, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tech Talk here at Rickydees Productions. Today I have Austin with me, and me of course. Manuel's missing, he's got some family stuff going on. So, thanks for watching again, thanks for joining us. We got a lot of interesting things.
Today is very, very, very exciting. We're so excited to talk about a lot of this. At least I am.
He's very excited about a lot
I'm
of
off the
devices.
walls with one of our subjects today.
Yeah, okay. So, remember there's a rundown if you want to see any links or more information on any of the stuff we talk about. It's in the description, and it's a Google URL shortener, and it just takes you to a doc. Gives you a bunch of links to whatever we're talking about. Okay, so the first thing is Droid Turbo. And now before we get into the actual device, let me just tell you guys, it's a beast in specs. 805 processor, quad HD screen, and 3900 battery, a milliamp battery.
And that's not even all. I mean, we'll cover it all. There's more.
Okay, but the first thing I want to talk about is the Moto X. Okay.
Okay.
What this means for the Moto X. Now, we have the Droid Turbo, and we have the Nexus 6. And then we have the Moto X, and I've always loved that device, obviously.
Same.
And it's just, well, that looks like crap, you know?
The Moto X looks
To
like crap?
me, it looks like crap. Because to me, if you don't want the Nexus 6 size, you can get a Droid Turbo that has the same exact specs and a better battery.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go to the Moto X?
Yeah, okay, this is the first piece that's interesting. I was thinking about this, looking at all of our stuff with the phones, and I was comparing it. I think Motorola took a weird step with this one somewhere because I mean, the Nexus 6, does Motorola have anything to do with that?
Yeah, they made it.
Yeah, okay, I figured they did. That's what I was thinking. So, Motorola has just come out with this Nexus 6. We have it now. We have the Nexus 6. The Droid Turbo is set to release sometime in November
It's already out, actually.
in the US.
You can buy it right now.
Right now.
Go to Verizon
But
store.
anyways, so we have these two huge phones, but we just kind of got. I mean, we've had it for a little while, but we just kind of got our Moto X for 2014.
Yeah, we got that last month.
Yeah, and now these other phones are gonna kind of shut it out. So in a way, I feel bad for that Moto X because maybe what's the price on the Moto X?
It's $500 off contract.
So
$99.
I guess if you wanted something a little bit cheaper, now we're gonna get into prices because this is gonna be insane for price wise. But if you want something just a little bit cheaper, the Moto X is good. But I don't see any value in buying that Moto X now.
It's not that much of a savings to actually go for it. You're not going to get that great of a battery. You're not going to get that great of a screen.
Yeah, so
all the this is what pisses me off the most, actually. All the features you're going to have on the Moto X is going to be on the Droid Turbo. And it's just like, why would I want that?
But the Turbo's, it's going to be better. And so that's why I think if you already have a Moto X, you probably just got screwed, honestly. Because the Droid Turbo just rolled over that Moto X with about double specs, literally.
Yeah.
And it's just dominated. The Moto X last year, it was beautiful. It was on our top. We talked about the Moto X all the time between the two of us. And now it's kind of just shunned from the world.
I know. And it pisses me off because I love that device, and I don't completely shut it out of my options.
No, it's still in options. It's still a gorgeous phone.
Because the Droid Turbo is on Verizon, and
if you hear anything about the Droid Turbo, they have the ballistic nylon version. The back is ballistic nylon.
I love that thing.
It's gorgeous, and then it has silver, like chrome Droid with like a kind of a chromey looking red bar underneath, and it looks really good. That version comes in 64 gigs, and that one goes to $650 off contract, $250 on contract. So there's a little bit of a price differential.
Yeah,
but if you're wondering which one, I guess we'd probably both care. We're both into that ballistic one. It's one of in fact, I think this is the only phone to have a ballistic nylon back.
I've never seen that on a phone before.
I've never seen it on a phone before. It's the first to have that kind of back on.
So now that we talked about the Moto X getting drowned out by every other device that's coming out by Motorola, damn you. Let's talk about what we like about it. What do you like about it? Actually, I'll go first since he has a lot to say.
Yeah, I have. There's so much for me, so you take it first.
So I like the size. Personally, the size is awesome. 5.2 inches, perfect. Well, not perfect, but it's smaller than the Nexus 6, and
by a good number actually.
Yeah, 0.8. That's really nice. I like that. I also like that quad HD screen, and of course, some of you might say, why? Just cause it's quad HD screen, because it's better than your 1080p, and
exactly.
And so
just take 4K to a phone. That's what it is.
4K is coming soon. Let's see, what else do I like about it? I love the specs on there. And of course, it has all the Moto things, and that's one thing I hate about it because it's taking out the Moto X. But I love all the Moto options. I can, talk to my phone and assist and alert and all those great stuff that Motorola does. And of course, my favorite thing about it, stock Android.
Yeah.
Gotta love that. No TouchWiz, no Moto, whatever they had before. I can't remember what their name was. The skin they had, and of course that 3900 milliamp battery is absolutely just stunning to me. I have always had bad battery.
Yeah, and
Um,
which is funny because you've always had really bad battery, and I've always had really good battery with every phone I've had.
well, you had an S3, so it's not great.
Okay, yeah, lie. My S3, amazing out the gate. Give or take 6 months, and then you have battery issues.
And then what I don't like about it, so we already talked about this. Verizon, it's just a kind of a killer for me. Not completely. I could deal with them. And then capacitive buttons.
Oh, we'll get it. I'll get into that one, but he doesn't like that.
I can't. No. Why? First of all, why your Moto X has on-screen buttons? It's probably Verizon. I bet they had something to do with that. But it's just
I'm
it
sure they
pisses
did.
me off because it's like I can't stand capacitive buttons. I just can't. That's something I can't do. And
Are you done? Are you done dissing on this thing now?
I
Are you
I'm
done dissing on
almost
it?
I'm almost
Almost.
done.
Let him finish his rant. I'll back up our users on this that like this thing.
And one thing I also have to complain about, and it's not the biggest thing for me, but it would be for some people, is the camera. It's got a 20.7 megapixel camera. Obviously, megapixels don't mean everything. It does.
That's pretty
It looks pretty good, like if you zoom in, but it's still the same image processing as the Moto X, and that's not a good thing.
No. Yeah.
So
That's not gonna be the best.
the camera is not. It's mediocre. That's what I've heard from every reviewer that has it right now. So you go.
All right. Well, I just think this phone is gorgeous. In fact, immediately after seeing the design of the phone, after reading the specs, after looking at it, I've watched just a couple reviews of the people that actually do have one that are reviewing it. I like everything about it. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't even deal with the phone. I just don't like the Verizon half of it. But I mean, it's gonna get the new update obviously since it just came out, so it's gonna get Lollipop. It's not running it now because Lollipop's not out
Lollipop's
yet.
not out yet.
Not till what?
The third.
The third, yeah.
So tomorrow,
Yeah, tomorrow. Lollipop tomorrow.
or
Yay.
maybe if you're watching this, the third today. So.
Yeah. So
Well, that's only coming to Nexus devices, but Motorola's awesome with updates, even on Verizon.
yeah. So never know, but it will have Lollipop. I love the screen. I have a 6-inch screen now, 6.3 technically, so a little bit bigger than 6, and the Nexus 6 will be 6, but this phone is going to be just a little bit ahead of that Nexus 6, but it's actually going to have a better size, which makes me think that it could have a better selling point, but Nexus 6 is on a lot more networks, so it's hard to tell. It's got a huge battery, bigger than the one I have in a 6-inch phone. It's got 39, and I have a 32. Now, just to put that in perspective, I can go 2 days on average use with my battery, which is better than I bet a lot of you watching this because even he gets a battery that'll die in what, 8 hours?
A day. I can last a day.
A day. He can go a day with his 2014 Moto G. So I'm expecting that this battery is going to just be boss. But in the same sense, we do have that Quad HD screen. Kind of wrapping up my little spill here. I like the Quad HD screen. I'm liking the battery. I don't like Verizon. That's the only thing. I like the buttons. I really do like the buttons. I've always liked that.
He has hardware buttons.
I have hardware buttons now. I don't like hardware buttons. That's not cool. But I like to just be able to touch the buttons on the screen. I like that. Basically, I think the phone is boss. I'm excited to see. It doesn't have an LCD screen. It has the AMOLED screen, so it should be similar to what a lot of you are used to. But it'll still look better just because it's Quad HD.
AMOLED's good though.
Yeah, it is good. It's really
saving.
good.
And obviously the ambient mode, and it has to be there for ambient mode.
But pixel-wise, like on-screen pixels, it's gonna look amazing. It's got over 540 pixels on there. So,
Yes.
I mean, if we pull it up exact, 565 pixels.
Pixel junkies, this is for you.
Yeah, pixel junkies for you. I mean, boss phone spec-wise.
I still have to see it.
I do too. I have to see because it's my number one phone now, but it could change after I play with it. There could be things I don't like about it. Who knows?
We might give you a hands-on on that, so watch out for that on our channel. Okay, let's go next. Nexus 6. This is going to be pretty quick. Nexus 6 is now on sale. It went on sale the 29th. Well, not on sale, for pre-order.
Yeah.
And if you've heard anything about it, it went out of stock in like a minute.
Yeah, yeah. It
Less than
it
6
went out
seconds.
quick.
It's
I was
like,
reading a
oh
few
my
different
gosh.
articles that it is just gone.
It was gone, and there's a rumor actually about this saying Google didn't put out as many devices because they want you to go to carriers. Well, they wouldn't. And obviously, they're, with a lot of companies this time, they have a lot. And of course, all our service providers are shit, and they have a lot of, control over phones,
Yeah.
and that's a bad thing. But I see, and I could see that, but hopefully, and obviously, other Nexuses have had not really great releases either. Nexus 5, Nexus 4, and obviously Google just, is able to, screw it up a little more every year. So, thank you, Google. Nexus 6 on sale. Go buy it if you can find it. You probably won't.
And don't get us wrong. I mean, we're still in love with the Nexus 6. Obviously, we said a lot about the Droid Turbo, but most of that's because I'm just really excited about it. Obviously, the Nexus 6 is still a great phone, still something I want to have. I still actually may love that design more. It's just bigger than I like. So
let's move on to the Z3, Xperia Z3 on T-Mobile. If you have been watching our channel, we have a hands-on that in the rundown. So watch that. We have a couple cool things talking about that. I did a little hands-on with it. Okay, so what do you like about it?
this one will be quicker for me. So I haven't got too much into the Xperia Z3. I'm looking at the design here. I have our spec sheet up, and to be honest, I actually don't like the design as much. It kind of looks like an iPhone that Sony created, and so it kind of disappoints me look wise. And then spec wise, was doing a personal comparison between the Turbo and then this because I was seeing which of the two was better. It's still 5.2-inch screen. I like the screen size. It's 20.7 camera. I love the camera.
Sony is really awesome with image processing.
And
their lenses, of course, are like the famous ones. So
yeah, the lenses
camera is one of the it's really good.
Yeah, so it runs the same as the Turbo, but I'm expecting the Sony one to have better images. Yeah. Regardless of the pixels or regardless of how it's going to show up on any kind of screen, it's going to look better in my opinion.
Yeah.
Never been a fan of Sony's phones. It just never has clicked with me. I just never got into it because I know there's better stuff out there.
Yeah. If you watch the hands-on, I actually mentioned this, that it actually does feel like an iPhone. Like you hit it
looks
right
just
on point.
like an iPhone.
You feel it, and it's just like kind of iPhone-y.
Maybe if you like that iPhone feel, but Android Touch, I guess.
Sony's skin on there.
Sony skins.
Obviously the iPhone is a good build. And if you do want that, Xperia Z3 is pretty good. And it's on T-Mobile right now. What I want to talk about, what I like about it, is actually the screen. And now I know it's 1080p, and obviously 1080p is not bad, but oh my gosh, I was looking at it, and it's just so good. I love that screen.
It's awesome.
It's so cool. I love it. What I don't like about it is the skin. I don't like Sony's skin, and I never will.
I don't either. See, that's the thing I won't be able to cope with is the Sony skin.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thing I love about the Turbo. I forgot to mention that, but it does run stock Android, which I'll take stock Android over TouchWiz. I'm used to TouchWiz.
Anything.
But the stock is better in general.
If it just had stock, I would totally buy it. I would actually want to go for the Z3 Compact, but, cool.
Well, and then...
let's move on to the Microsoft Smartwatch.
Ricky's actually going to take a lot of this one. I don't know a lot of the Microsoft Smartwatch.
This is kind of an interesting one. There's been rumors about it for about a week or two, I think. And I didn't really pay attention too much to it because it's like, okay. It actually got leaked on that Marvel show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It ended up getting leaked on there in accident, and that's cool. And people thought that it was actually the smartwatch, and now it's came official like 2 days ago. So I think, no, I think it was the day before Halloween, so the 30th. I think it was became official from Microsoft. I'll have a picture right here on the screen right now. It's so weird. I don't know why I don't understand why anyone would want this. It's got a screen on the front. Okay, so if you see the picture right now, it's got this screen on there. Now the screen is not supposed to point outwards. It's supposed to point towards you, so you're supposed to just be able to look at your wrist and where your palm is. That's where it's supposed to be. The screen facing
Oh,
you.
so you look at your wrist.
It's well, obviously you're looking at your wrist anytime.
Well, but the inside of your
yeah,
wrist.
the inside of your wrist,
Not the outside.
and that's how they want it to be. And if you can see here, it's just one solid piece goes around your wrist.
It looks like it has
looks-
little breaks in it. It has a couple different little side breaks in there, but for the most part, you'd feel it's solid.
One piece, yeah. It's got a heart rate sensor, I believe that's what it is in there, and it's got that screen. It's very health oriented, so there's a health app with it and everything.
Which makes sense. I've always seen Microsoft as kind of the going green of phones.
But the fact that it's health oriented makes me think, oh, it's just another fitness tracker, and well,
it does. That kind of turns me off a little bit
obviously
because
there's
you
a
don't think
market.
you're getting a cool phone. You think or a cool watch. You think you're getting
a fitness tracker.
Yeah,
And
fitness
it's like,
tracker.
I can go buy a Fitbit that has an app.
I used to wear fitness trackers in 7th grade. I mean, I don't want to go back to that.
Pedometer, it's and it's just it obviously gets you notifications, and it's the first smartwatch to actually work on Windows Phone.
And you guys will see it here, but to me, it kind of looks like the screen's a little thin.
It is.
It looks too
small.
thin for. Is it touchable?
Have you seen? Yeah, it's touch. The LG, not the LG. The Samsung watch, the Neo.
Yeah.
The one that's like a rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like that, but it's on the inside of your wrist. I don't like it at all. I wouldn't want to get it. It's multi-platform, so you can use it on anything. But I have absolutely no reason to buy this.
I wouldn't either.
Like, it's not even not cool looking. It's just stupid. I don't like it at all.
It just is stupid. No, obviously you guys watching will see this, but I mean, wow, no, it is not a great looking watch. All right, guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for us. We're gonna close out with just this last little comment. I'll give it to you guys in just a second. We've been way excited to present you with pretty much the Z3, the Turbo, the watch, Nexus 6 information. This has been a really, really exciting week. We had this all planned out since right after last Sunday's Tech Talk. I mean, we were just ready to go with this one. You guys, just enjoy. We're glad you watched the video. Also, don't forget, as our national news, it is going to be Vote Day Tuesday. Get out and vote. So, that's it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like the video, subscribe to see more. We got a lot of coverage coming up on a couple games I'm going to review, and it'll be cool. So, thanks for watching.